You've seen the thumbnail and title, the 350Z is out of here. So yes, the 350Z is finally gone, and today we're going to break down exactly how much we paid for it, or lack thereof paid for it. We got a pretty good deal.
Yep.
Morgan, he didn't think so in the beginning, and I went with my guns and I was like, no, we are buying this car. And are you happy with the result?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, at the moment, we'll give you a bit of a background on the 350Z. It was a comment last time we did a reveal to just give a bit more background of the car, kind of the year, make, model, mileage, manual, auto, all that kind of thing, service history and so on. So we had a 2003 350Z, had 192,000 kilometers.
Yep.
Yep, so quite high, but again, it's a Nissan, like they just keep going. And market value, it was manual, it was the coupe, so with the hard roof, that does matter when it comes to 350Zs. And from what we could see, they were selling anywhere from about 16 to 14 for the convertibles or automatics.
Or listed for.
It was listed, there were a lot listed for more though.
Yeah.
There are a lot listed, especially the coupes in the manual. With like say 140,000 Ks were listed for about 18, 19. Again, because of the nature of the challenge, we're just wanting to get through these cars quickly. Ours had a bit more Ks, so we listed it, I think it was what, 16.5?
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah, that's a bit of a rundown of the car. That was a ballpark figure we were looking at. But we actually bought the car for $9,300. And because the reason why it was so cheap is because the gentleman we bought it off took it to his local mechanic who said, hey, here's a $2,000 bill to replace your valve cover gasket. Valve cover gasket? Yeah, valve cover gasket.
Yep.
Having done it twice, you can definitely see why it costs a lot of money. It was quite a lot of labor involved, but it only cost us, well, 2 seals, so 60 bucks. So $2,000, we did it for 60 bucks.
Yep, in about 2 days.
2 days, yeah. So if you hadn't watched the previous video, we did make a boo-boo. The first time doing the gasket, unfortunately, the gasket wasn't seated properly, or kind of fell out of the valve cover. And as we tightened it down, it just completely crimped the gasket. When we pulled it apart, it looked okay, but we thought the last thing we want to do is to do this again, all over again. So we just went ahead and bought another gasket and redid it again. But anyway, so we bought the car for $9,300 up on the north side of the sunny coast. Drove it all the way back down here. Immediately, what we could see, the bonnet was shagged. It had just a ton of spots, and what we found out to be that the actual aluminium was bubbling.
Yeah.
So the person who ended up buying it was actually able to point that out to us. Rego and insurance, $730 and some change. For Morgan's purposes and the thing, do you do cents?
No.
Okay, never mind. I won't tell you how many cents it was as well. Roadworthy, we had to get the roadworthy to get the car registered, then we had to get the second roadworthy to sell it. That was $200. The 2 gaskets, sorry, the gaskets were actually $15 each. So for 2 of them, it was $30. So the gaskets. Then we did the oil filter and the oil and all that. And that was $90.40. But we do have, for once, besides the time we got interest on the account, we actually made more money on the car.
Yeah.
So the Dragon Ball Z shifter, which was unfortunately illegal, well, not illegal, but we couldn't get a roadworthy for it. We ended up selling that for 20 bucks, which is good because they cost 20 bucks brand new, so someone bought it. Bonnet, $100. We could have sold it for more.
Yeah, but it was only
We're not. We don't have any. We don't need a 350Z bonnet that doesn't look great.
And we also found you can get a lot better condition ones for like $200.
Yes. So technically, the bonnet that we put on the car only cost us $300 when you take away the bonnet we sold. And lastly, the stock OEM airbox. We had someone pick that up yesterday for $30. So we had $150 back with the parts that we sold. So in total, what we had in the car was $10,600.98. So $10,601, if you will. And Morgan, what did you sell it for?
Sold it for 15 grand.
15 grand.
15 grand.
So I believe this is the biggest amount that we've made from a car. As a percentage wise though, the Swift still takes the cake. It made like 80% of its value or something ridiculous.
Now I do want to say though is, you're probably thinking there's ones up for almost 20 grand listed and we sold it for 15.
Yeah.
I don't think they're selling at that price.
Nah.
I think they've just been up there for months, probably not selling.
Yeah, what cars are listed for and what they actually sell for are two very different things.
So I think 15 was actually really good for what it is.
Yeah, and it was relatively quick. It was about, what, a week up and gone. So that was good. So yeah, sold it for $15,000. Our profit was $4,400, which was awesome. So that means we jumped up from like the low teens to now we're at 18,697. Fingers crossed in the next one we can break the 20K barrier.
Yeah.
Because a whole world of new and cool and exciting cars open up around that 20 grand mark.
And we're at the mark as well where technically we can buy a new car.
Yes, so I, as a bit of fun, researched this. The cheapest new car you can buy for sale in Australia right now is a Suzuki
Ignis?
Ignis. It's take a Swift, somehow make it smaller, and that's the car. So brand new, that's $16,500. Drive away, that was the cheapest brand new car I could find. So now we can officially buy the cheapest new car.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
No. Not a Suzuki Ignis.
Not an Ignis, all right. But yes, so we're close. We're nearly out of the terrible teens. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Okay.
Because we kind of
No, I think we're at the low teens for a while. I think if we can do another 350,
yeah, if anyone wants to sell us their 350 for like 8-9 grand, love you a long time. But no, honestly, like the money side of things, Morgan, we can't see any of it.
Yeah.
We don't use any of it. It just, the car we get next is nicer.
Yeah.
And it's fun for us to work on cars, so.
I think it's just car for car, really.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, fingers crossed we can get out of the terrible teens because a lot of people are buying cars and selling cars in that market, so there's quite a lot of demand. And we are also going against dealerships. They do this for a living and they are much better at it than we are.
And I think that's why the 350 was such a good choice, is because dealerships will probably just go for cars that's already solid, whereas the 350 needs some work and stuff that they don't really want to touch.
So yes, coming up, unless I can find another screamer of a deal that Morgan doesn't want, and I say tough luck, we're doing it. Unless we can find something like that, we will be returning to the auctions. To be honest though, in the whole time we've had the 350Z and we were looking for cars before the 350Z, there's been nothing. It's been, you know, blown up Jeeps, blown up Volkswagens,
blown up everything.
A lot of blown up things, utes that have come from the mines, like bottom of the barrel stuff that no one wants to buy. So you haven't been missing out on much, but I have been checking the ones this week and whew, there are some goodies.
All right.
Hint, hint, a GTR. But I don't think that we can afford a GTR yet.
We could.
We'll lowball them, 19.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks heaps for watching. Thanks heaps if you've been here from the beginning, since day dot, where we started off with our humble little Mazda 3 MPS. But stay tuned for some awesome quality auction content coming up, and we'll see you in the next Lemon to Lambo video.